Muse here, welcoming you to the second day of Kerrville's 2021 Grassy Hill New Folk Competition. Yesterday we met 12 of our finalists, and today we meet the other 12. This 49th New Folk Competition is brought to you thanks to the long-standing support of Grassy Hill. We are most grateful for Grassy Hill's sponsorship and help in keeping the Kerrville Folk Festival going. When we communicate to the 700 or 800 songwriters who enter New Folk, we tell them being selected as a finalist is an affirming experience for certain and a great opportunity. At the same time, not being selected in no way diminishes you as a songwriter or as a performer. Judging art is a challenge, but certainly being named a New Folk finalist can be a life-changing experience. So congratulations to all 24 of this year's finalists. Again, I want to thank our New Folk team, Lindsay, Deb, Mike, Kathy, Tom, Thomas, Gail, and all the songwriters who served as listeners for selecting this year's finalists. And I thank the 5 outstanding songwriters who have agreed to serve as judges for the 2021 contest. Chris Pierce, John Smith, Kashana, Shanna in a Dress, and Vance Gilbert. Next Saturday, they will join me as we announce the 2021 New Folk winners. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you that Saturday is our virtual celebration, which includes live performances from 6 artists from our beautiful Threadgill Theater on Quiet Valley Ranch. We start the day at 10 a.m. with kids' concerts, home movies, and recordings from many Kerrville All-Stars. Check out our website early next week to see details of the day's programming. Viewing is free of charge. So now, let's meet our next flight. Here's Hillary Claire Adamson to introduce you to the final 12 New Folk finalists.
Hey y'all! Welcome to day 2 of the Kerrville Folk Festival's New Folk Song Competition. My name is Hillary Claire Adamson, and I'm from the duo The Flying A's from South Austin, where I'm virtually coming to you from. Welcome to a bit of our Kerrville Virtual Folk Festival. Hey man, let's be together while we're apart. I like it. How about you? All right, we've got some great singer-songwriters coming to you. Here goes. Songwriter number 1 of day 2, Andy Sydow. Andy is from Denver, Colorado, and is a first-time performer here at the New Folk Competition and first-time participating in a Kerrville event. His average day is all music. He writes songs, he tours, he produces, and teaches music online. He also hosts a podcast called Middle Class Rockstar. In his free time, he's a craft beer snob who loves running. He's also a huge baseball fan and has even seen a game at every single major league ballpark. All the intros today, by the way, are written by the artists. Let's hear our first one. Go for it, Andy.
My name's Andy Sydow, and this first song is called Alibi. Everyone knows I'm a little messed up. Put Baileys in my coffee as a cover-up. Leave the house and pretend I care. Get to work and pretend I'm there. Try seeing things in a different light. In the same damn bar on a different night. I'm all alone again, I guess. Is this what they call happiness? Oh, waiting for my paradise. Oh, all I need is an alibi. Shit got real when I found my home. dreaming in my bedroom all alone. Close my eyes to protect my pride. Keep that crazy fool inside. Sometimes people just piss me off. They don't think I deserve this stuff. Let's call that talk just what it is. Pushing me down like a playground kid. Oh, waiting for my paradise. Oh, all I need is an alibi.
This next song is called When It Ends, and first I'm going to introduce Olivia Shaw on fiddle and vocals. Thanks so much for playing with me.
Thank you.
We're hanging out here in Denver, Colorado. Thanks, Kerrville, for having us. Appreciate it. And this song, as I said, is called When It Ends. It's a song about death.
When it ends, the leaves on the trees will all still look the same. The gavel on the table won't care who you blame. The secrets you once kept are no better than a claim. When it ends, she won't care who you really loved inside, or the plague between your guilt and your stupid pride. The way you nod your head and simply set aside. When it ends, lay me down under the stars in Los Angeles and tilt my stone to the 405 and dig my hole by an army of marigolds. And I'll always remember these were the better days. These were the better days. When it ends, will heaven just unpack all your uncertainty and put an end to every sense of urgency? Or was it just another broke college philosophy? When it ends, did you close your eyes and try your best to play along? And did you open doors just to stay where you belong? And did you hold out for something that's all but gone? When it ends, lay me down under the stars in Los Angeles and tilt my stone to the 405. Dig my hole by an army of marigolds. And I'll always remember these were the better days. These were the better days. Lay me down under the stars in Los Angeles and tilt my stone to the 405. Dig my hole by an army of marigolds. And I'll always remember these were the better days. These
Once again, my name's Andy Sydow. Thanks so much for having us.
Number 2 up is Humberd from Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's her first time involved with the Kerrville Folk Festival and in New Folk. She lives in the land where fresh water reflects the sky. Her love of folklore and fairy tales combines with a Midwest perspective. Using lyrics and melodies, she tries to capture the mysticism of ordinary moments. When not writing and performing, she prefers to be outside identifying plants, imitating loon calls, and eating tuna melts with grandma. I love tuna melts too. All right, Humberd, what you got?
Hello, my name's Humberd. I'm really excited to be part of Kerrville Folk Fest for the very first time in this songwriting contest. I'm going to play 2 songs today. The first one is called Pink Moon for John Prine, and the second one is called On the Day We Are Together Again. They're both songs I wrote this past year during the pandemic, just kind of trying to move through these wild times with song. And I want to say a big thank you to my friend Ben, who is behind the camera.
Also #1 fan. Humbird's #1 fan.
Wherever you are, wherever you're watching this from, I hope you're well, and I hope that music is guiding you to wherever you need to go. Yeah. This song is called Pink Moon for John Prine. Patience is a spell to cast. Mine never seems to last longer than a Midwest sunset wrapping around this city. I'm walking through a purple dusk, trying to clear the cobwebs and the dust of my own mind. God, I must have slipped into a slow rust. The pink moon rising to the east. Today I was not as kind as I set out to be. The pink moon, the bats swing down for bugs to eat. I'm so busy doing nothing, watching days melt into weeks. My friend is on the other line. She called to talk, instead we cried. The pandemic hit, her father died. Says the greatest gift she got was time. It's so hard to breathe with a tight chest, while gratitude makes dinner taste the best. I'm making new meals out of leftover food, so I can sit at the table and stare at you. The pink moon there beneath the trees. Now you're running like a madman to where the land and blue sky meet. That pink moon, it's splitting like a melon. It's sticky on my lips like secrets ripe for telling. Tomorrow I will try again to not break in two, but simply bend with the wind and the rain and the dancing stars. Distant suns lighten up the dark. I suppose that's all anyone can do. And if you promise me, I promise you to revel in the beauty and howl like a fool. Raise my cup to the big pink moon for you. Yeah, so I'm Humberd again. I'm really happy to be part of Kerrville this year, even from far away. And this next song I'm going to do is called On the Day We Are Together Again, and it is written heavily influenced by the Irish traditional pub song. And I hope you like it. Thanks again for listening. On the day we are together again. On the day we are together again. I will pull you in close like a hoop with no end. On the day we are together again. We will share the same table again. We will share the same table again. I will pass you the salt. The candlelight will bend when we share the same table again. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will walk around the block hand in hand. I will stop for a snack at the taco truck stand. When we walk around the block hand in hand. Someday we will go back to work. Someday we will go back to work. May we be among people who respect our worth. Someday we will go back to work. I will help the strangers I meet. I will help the strangers I meet. It is possible to get back on our feet. I will help the strangers I meet. I will write you a letter for now. I will write you a letter for now. Hope is a message that survives somehow. I will write you a letter for now. To the healers who keep us alive. To the healers who keep us alive. A toast to your courage, knowledge and light. To the healers who keep us alive. And the ones we love who are gone. And the ones we love who are gone. We remember the stories and we sing the songs for the ones we love who are gone. And on the day we are together again. On the day we are together again. I will pull you in close like a hoop with no end. On the day we are together again. Yay!
Our third performer is Beth James from Austin, Texas. This is not their first time involved with the festival, and they've been in New Folk before in 2012. Beth James is a husband and wife songwriting duo from Austin. Neither of their names are actually Beth and James. That's kind of cool. In 2018, one of their songs was featured in Spike Lee's Academy Award-winning movie, Black Klansman. And they're currently recording their first full-length LP, and it's going to be released soon. All right, Beth James, let's go.
sinking deep into quicksand. I will fight for you, my friend. So come on, cactus flower, keep on pushing through the grid. Stronger every hour, so don't go giving up on me. Through the deserts, thunder clouds, sing your sad, sad songs. Oh, my cactus flower.
Hey everybody, we're Beth James. We're really excited to be at Kerrville this year. That last song we sang was called Cactus Flower, and we wrote that song about a friend going through a kind of hard time.
And this next song we're going to play is a song we wrote about my dad. He would have been really, really excited for us and really proud of us to be playing for Kerrville today.
Morning paper on the back porch, coffee in my mug, little voices on the talk radio, memorize all the things that you love. I hope you like my new songs. I've been trying so hard. Just wanna make you proud of your girl. Wanna fall apart. And it hurts every time I listen to your old voicemails saying call me when you have a chance. And I wish that I could call you back. Oh, I wish it was as simple as that. But you're not really there. You're not walking to the corner. You're sitting in a chair. And you're not telling me that story about when you saw James Taylor in a coffee shop. And I'm not lying on the sofa while you come back and you're not reading me that book about Elvis. And we're not playing chess and laughing. And it hurts every time I listen to your old voicemails saying call me when you have a chance. And I wish that I could call you back. Oh, I wish it was as simple as that. But you're not really there. And it hurts every time but you're not really there.
Our fourth performer today is Randy Lewis Brown from Mineola, Texas. He has been a part of the Kerrville Folk Festival dating back to 1994, but this is his first time in New Folk. Randy, we're glad you took the chance. He describes himself as well past his prime with an early bedtime. Randy Lewis Brown spends his not-napping time attempting to solve life's mysteries by fly fishing, reading science fiction, eating barbecue, and arguing politics on Facebook. Oh yeah, and sometimes he even writes a song. Randy Lewis Brown, welcome to the group, and let's hear what you've got to say.
Hey y'all, I am so honored to be part of New Folk this year. This is a bucket list item for me. I'm humbled and honored beyond words just to be included with this unbelievable talent in this year's New Folk class. So I want to thank the festival just for just to keep going through all this craziness that we've had the last couple of years. Well, this first song, the seed for it was a photo a friend posted on Facebook. It's called My Hat and Your Guitar. My hat and your guitar, they're on Grandma's wedding quilt, underneath the live oak tree, behind the cabin Grandpa built. Well, it's an old and tattered picture, taken 50 years gone by, when we were young and happy, under Blue Hill country skies. And you'd play the wildwood flower like Mama Maybelle played, and we'd harmonize together as on that quilt we lay. You know, photographs and memories fade like old tattoos and scars, and all that's left for me to hold is my hat and your guitar. A tornado took the live oak, took the cabin too, and we had a run of real good years, but that real good run is through. The old home place is sold now, rows of houses all the same. Stand there where once blue bonnets grew, and where we'd sit and sing, where you play the wildwood flower just like Mama Maybelle played, and we'd harmonize for hours as on that quilt we lay. You know, photographs and memories fade like old tattoos and scars, and all that's left for me to hold is my hat and your guitar. Slip on that sweat-stained Stetson, take your Martin from its case, roll out that old tattered quilt, put blue bonnets on your grave, and I'll play the wildwood flower, but not as good as you, and I'll sing that twine and bingle, brighter with its emerald hue. See, photographs and memories fade like old tattoos and scars, and all that's left for me to hold is this hat and your guitar. Thank you. My second song is a true story of the day I recognized that the real world, what I thought was the real world that I'd grown up in, was not really what it seemed. The day you might say I woke up was somewhere around 1962. It's called the Soto Parish Nights. Mama was an Okie, Daddy was a Texan, and I was born in Louisiana the year Hank Williams died. And I was raised on shape notes singing every time the doors were open, June bugs buzzing all around our head down at the Church of Christ. Daddy had a paper route through the Shreveport Times, Longstreet, Logansport, and Keachai, long before daylight. And on Sundays, Mom went with him. Papers flying out both windows. We'd be sitting in the backseat on the Soto Parish Nights. The Soto Parish Nights. The evening news, black and white. Said our prayers, closed our eyes. The Soto Parish Nights. Summer evenings after bedtime, while the crickets whistled Dixie, and the far-off train was moaning beneath the crescent August moon. There in our little rent house in Mansfield, Louisiana, we'd be dreaming of a bigger world from inside my tiny room. Well, our lives was plain and simple, like a fried bologna sandwich. We had those pretty often when the paper route slowed down. But we never did go hungry, though we did do some complaining. But even poor white folks were better off than the other side of town. Soto Parish Nights. The evening news was black and white. Said our prayers, closed our eyes. Soto Parish Nights. Then one Sunday evening, a black couple came from Shreveport. They sat down on the back pew as communion trays were passed around. They're only here to stir up trouble. Yeah, that's what our preacher told us. The two deacons headed for the back quickly showed them out. I hang my head when I remember those whites only signs on restrooms and how casually we use that word as if we had a right. And sometimes on summer evenings where you could smell the crosses burning deep into the darkness of the Soto Parish Nights. The Soto Parish Nights. The evening news, black and white. Say your prayers, close your eyes. The Soto Parish Nights. Said our prayers, closed our eyes. The Soto Parish Nights. Mama was an Okie. Daddy was a Texan. And I was born in Louisiana the year Hank Williams died. Thank you.
Shawn Byrne is coming next. He's from Nashville, Tennessee. He's been a part of Kerrville for a while and has even been in New Folk back in 2017. He is a full-time producer and engineer for his own company, Great Hill Productions in Nashville. He loves helping other artists find their sound. When he's not working, he's chasing his 3-year-old son Arlo around. I bet you get a good workout, especially this last year. All right, Shawn, let's go.
dawn hits the floor of my room. I kiss my wife and child before they wake, with coffee on my breath. Sunday storm brought down poles from here to Morgantown, 3 hours sleep. They called us in. I need you to understand. When I was a child, I climbed the highest bough of a tree to see what I could see. And fear became my friend. I'm a journeyman with a storm on the horizon. I keep a Bible in my truck and Haggard on the deck. Tchaikovsky keeps me light with all his dirty jokes. I ain't scared at all to dance with 250,000 volts. I just try and trust my ground. When I was a child, I climbed the highest bough of a tree to see what I could see. And fear became my friend. Now I'm a journeyman with a storm on the horizon. Fog was lifting down the line, sun creeping through the pines like a ghost's final moments. I barely felt the flash. Before I closed my eyes, I was startled like a bird. I need you to understand. When I was a child, I climbed the highest bough of a tree to see what I could see. And fear became my friend. Now I'm a journeyman with a storm on the horizon. A storm on the horizon. A storm on the horizon. Get this funny feeling when the sun shines through the trees. I know that life is fragile, like silk in the breeze. I feel the universe expand, it's pulling me outside. I get the notion of what it means to be alive. One of these days I'll get on out. One of these days I'm gonna fly, and I won't have nothing to hold on to, just me and clouds and sky. So don't be sad and don't be blue if I fly out past the moon, 'cause I'll have wings when I leave this old cocoon. I know that I've been ugly, I know I've been a worm, but there's something deep inside telling me it's time to turn. So I'm going out on a limb like some insane acrobat. Am I afraid to fly? Well, I don't know about that. One of these days I'll get on out. One of these days I'm gonna fly, and I won't have nothing to hold on to. Just me in clouds and sky. So don't be sad and don't be blue. If I fly out past the moon, 'cause I'll have wings when I leave this old cocoon. So don't let the darkness fool you. There's lessons in alone, and every angel has had to shuffle before they'd ever flown. I know I'll see you later. If I should say goodbye, I'll be in a rainbow across that mountainside. One of these days I'll get on now. One of these days I'm gonna fly, and I won't have nothing to hang on to. Just me in clouds and sky. So don't be sad and don't be blue if I fly out past the moon, 'cause I'll have wings. Yeah, I'll be free when I leave this old cocoon.
Our last performer for this set is Lacy Green, once again from Nashville, Tennessee. First time involved in the festival, both in person and virtual, and first time as a part of New Folk. Lacy Green grew up in Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, or Mount Pilot, as it's better known to the fans of the Andy Griffith Show. She now lives in Nashville and enjoys playing tennis, cooking, and cheering on the UNC Tar Heels, as well as making music with her band, The Wonderful Nobodies. Lacy Green, welcome to the family, and we are so excited for you to close this set for us.
You came home, skin and bones. That winter in Chicago really did you in. We're traipsing through the wild unknown, just to find she couldn't love you in the end. We're back down south, your parents' house is up for sale and nothing's sacred anymore. And in the shadow of your doubts, you can see her standing in the kitchen door. Can you learn to improvise when you're sinking like a stone? Can you stand resolute with your face in the wind? Can you walk that road alone? Can you walk that road alone? Yesterday is a dog-eared page, and it's a long way on the bus next guy that you want to be? Can you learn to improvise when you're sinking like a stone? Can you stand resolute with your face in the wind? Can you walk that road alone? Can you walk that road alone? Can you stand resolute with your face in the wind? Can you walk that road alone? Can you walk that road alone?
Hi, thank you guys so much for listening. My name is Lacey and I am thrilled to be a finalist in this year's competition. Congratulations to all the other finalists. I'm really looking forward to listening to your songs, and thank you to the Kerrville Folk Festival for hosting this event and allowing us to do this virtually. It's a really special thing to be a part of. I am originally from North Carolina. I live in Nashville, Tennessee now, and I have a band called The Wonderful Nobodies. We put a record out last year, and both of the songs that I'm playing today are songs that I wrote for that record. The last song was called Walk That Road Alone, and this next one is called The Wire. I was inspired by the circus, in particular tightrope walkers at the circus, and the idea of what it looks like when you love something that's really risky, or you love doing something that someone else might think is crazy. So this is just sort of a song for all the dreamers out there, whatever that looks like for you. Cheers to doing the things that scare you and all the things that come out of that. They begged her to quit. It's not worth the risk. It's a matter of when and not if. She said with a sigh, is it worse to die or to not feel alive while you live? She said besides, I'm not scared. Fix the bow in her hair, climb the ladder back up. What do you say to such a brave, pretty face, so bound to something she loves? The jewel of the Saturday circus, surrounded by chaos and clowns. The tightrope walker's trick is never looking down, never looking down. You could hear a pin drop, you could hear a heart stop as she gracefully stepped off the steel. And look how she flows, watch how her toe lines up squarely with the back of her heel. She was almost halfway when she started to sway due to a strong gust of wind. She shook in her knees, and that look of ease was replaced with one much more grim. The jewel of the Saturday circus, surrounded
bow in her head. The top headline read, "Don't hold your breath." The jewel of a Saturday circus gets caught in a net. The reporter asked her after this near disaster, "Are you keen to give up this desire?" She said, "Not at all. I'll get over the fall, but I'll never get over the view from the top of the world."
Welcome back to our final set of the Kerrville Folk Festival's new folk competition. First up for this set, Dan Weber from Richardson, Texas. He has been involved with the festival for a while and was a new folk, get this, 2012, 2014, and 2015. Dan Weber is a former park ranger and recently spent 10 days rafting 200 miles through the Grand Canyon. He was born on 9/11 in the summer of love, 1967, and on Valentine's Day, 2021, he moved to Texas just as the massive Snowmageddon storm hit the state. Welcome to Texas, Dan. Let's hear what you got to say. It's gonna be good, I can tell.
Hi, I'm Dan Weber. I wrote this song in Saxton's River, Vermont, early one morning when my ex-wife was asleep, and I heard this train rolling through the outskirts of town. This is called While You Were Sleeping. While you were sleeping, the train pulled into town. The cars were loaded down with North Dakota crude, graffiti on the side, Black River passing by. It took a while you were sleeping. While you were sleeping, the crossing gates dropped and then rang out like church bells, urging me to stop, warning of the thunder soon be coming down the tracks. Help me back while you were sleeping. While you were sleeping, the rumble of the wheels, the colors and the couplers, moving wall of steel. And how will you feel when that train and I are gone? And I've moved on while you were sleeping. While you were sleeping, the train shook to a halt so I could read the graffiti, every tag and every scrawl. And don't it make you wonder where that train has been and where it got the ink on its skin? While you were sleeping, while you were sleeping, its heart lurched back to life, the diesel smoke coughing from the engine on the right. And it pushed and pushed some more, and then throttled into gear, and it woke the cars back up. So suddenly it cleared with the arms at the gates, saluting to the sky. And I can still recall on the boxcar, but I cannot tell you why. While you were sleeping, while you were sleeping, left a note to say goodbye. While you were sleeping, couldn't bear to see you cry. While you were sleeping, I hope you know I tried. While you were sleeping, that train pulled out of town. I wrote this one the day after a show in Asheville, North Carolina, while I was driving through the Great Smoky Mountains. There's also a nod in the song to my beloved old 1998 Ford Ranger pickup truck. I just moved to Texas recently with my pickup truck, and apparently now that I live in Texas, I can put my pickup truck in songs, so it's a nod to that. This is called Farewell Maggie Valley. Night in Asheville, and the only reason why was to stay and see some old friends, maybe drink myself dry. I said goodbye to Tom and Kristen and Louise down at the bar. Walked back home that night, never felt so far. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Farewell, your tall white pines. Farewell, Maggie Valley. I'm good as gone this time. I'm only taking what I can fit in the bed of my Ranger truck. The rest all went to Goodwill. Good riddance, it's just stuff. On the kitchen table you'll find my forwarding address. I'll miss this town a little, I'll miss you more than I'll confess. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Farewell, your tall white pines. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Good is gone this time. Some nights I wake up thinking we gave up too soon, and I lay awake for hours not knowing what to do. 'Cause I loved you to pieces, but the pieces fell apart. They never tell you that at the start. It's gonna take a little while to find my feet again. All those easy answers ain't so easy in the end. They say this valley's haunted by the ones who came before. Yeah, we've all got our ghosts, but I don't need mine anymore. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Farewell, your tall white pines. Farewell, Maggie Valley. I'm good as gone this time. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Farewell, tall white pines. Farewell, Maggie Valley. I'm good as gone this time. I'm good as
Our second performer for this set is Kyle Rasche. He's from Oak Park, Michigan. He's a first-time Kerrville Folk Festival participant and new folker. Kyle Rasche has been writing and releasing music as Chain of Lakes for over a decade. Oft referred to as Amanda's husband or Eve, Annie, and Kate's dad, Kyle is a proud Michigander, guitar player for Josh Rose and the Founding Fathers, and grateful to represent West Michigan music at the Kerrville Folk Festival. Take it away, Kyle.
Brave Marie, broke every barrier she ever did see, and etched one heck of a legacy. Mighty, mighty brave Marie. Born in the late 1860s, Warsaw had never saw anything like a girl this smart, so bold, so free. Mighty, mighty brave Marie. Only 10 when her mother succumbed to TB. Wouldn't be her last brush with tragedy. She took after dad academically. Mighty, mighty smart Marie. Government said college boys only, so she found a secret flying university. Put her sister through school, made her money tutoring. Mighty generous Marie. Brave Marie, broke every barrier she ever did see. Armed only with her wits, she stormed Perry. Mighty, mighty brave Marie. Dead broke, living on toast and tea. Masters of physics by 93, and the next year she followed with a math degree. Mighty badass Marie. 95 met physicist Pierre Curie. Finally found a fun kind of chemistry. Wasn't one short year before the wedding, man and Marie Curie. Oh, they made elemental discovery, named polonium after her home country. Isolated radium by 1903, the all-star team Curie. Brave Marie, broke every barrier she ever did see, and she taught us radioactivity. Mighty, mighty brave Marie. 06 Pierre, he died tragically, left behind a widow on a pile of grief. She took on his job, the first lady, Professor Madame Curie. You know, she didn't even want it when they told her she had won the Nobel for physics. She was the one and only woman, and it wouldn't even be the last one for brave Marie. 'Cause in 1911, more history, second Nobel, and now she's still the only one to be awarded in physics and again in chemistry. Mighty groundbreaking Marie. Brave Marie, broke every barrier she ever did see. Didn't want a bit of credit, just a whole lot of peace. Mighty, mighty brave Marie. Then war took over 1914. She kept her head down working radiology and made the world's first field x-ray machine. Mighty heroic indeed. But then all her hard work found a cold hard link between radiation and her blood disease. It took her down quick, left the world to grieve the late great brave Marie. You could spend years counting all she achieved. Showed the world a woman's got a mind to speak. Gave all her daughters a real chance to dream like the late great brave Marie. Brave Marie, broke every barrier she ever did see, and etched one heck of a legacy. Mighty, mighty brave Marie. Mighty, mighty brave Marie. Mighty, mighty Madame Curie.
What's happening, Kerrville? Thank you so much for having me. My name is Kyle Rasche. I am from Alto, Michigan. I write songs for a band called Chain of Lakes, and it is such an incredible honor to be included in the 2021 New Folk class, and I've had such a good time meeting and listening to and being inspired by all my fellow finalists. It is truly the highlight of my career to be included it all in the legacy of this festival. So thank you very, very much for including me. That last song was my Marie Curie song. I have 3 little girls, and we read a book. It's bedtime stories for rebel girls, and Marie Curie is one of the powerful, extraordinary women highlighted in that book. So we love that story, so that's my Marie Curie song. This next one I'm going to play you is about a good old-fashioned game of catch. So thank you again very much for listening, and have a great day. Grandpa came to visit, don't think I was even 6 yet. He said, why aren't you outside with that brand new mitt I sent you? And I said, Grandpa, I'm so grateful you send anything at all. But that glove hardly holds a ball. And he laughed his ass off. He said, how could I forget? Can't you send a kid a mitt without a good old heart-to-heart about just how to break it in? You can't rush a glove to greatness. That's why I'm starting you right now. Go get it, I'll show you how. My granddad showed me how. You pound on the pocket with your fist, tap a mallet on the webbing, rubbing a little lanolin, tie it up tight under your mattress, or you'll feel it breaking in once you're out. For crying out loud, playing catch with it. Those summers that he came felt like more than just a game. We'd spend all those hours outside just shagging flies and reacquainting. And I'd say, Grandpa, I'm so grateful we found all this time to talk. But come on, man, could you throw the ball? And he'd laugh his ass off. I grew out of that glove, but I kept it safe and sound. Now my own kid's growing up, so I found it and I pulled it out. Turns out she's a lefty, and I hear Grandpa laughing now as we break in her brand new mitt. Same way my grandpa did. Pound on the pocket with your fist, tap a mallet on the webbing, and rub in a little lanolin. Tie it up tight under your mattress, but it's no use breaking in unless we're out. For crying out loud, playing catch with it. Let's get out now. For crying out loud, let's play some catch, kid. Thank you.
Our third artist in our final set is Sav Buist. She comes from Traverse City, Michigan. She has been to the Folk Festival with the Accidentals, but this is her first time competing in the songwriters competition. Born in Nashville, Tennessee, Sav's birth was announced on the Grand Ole Opry stage by Whispering Bill Anderson. Her early years were spent watching her father play piano for legends like Whispering Bill Anderson, Terry Clark, Doug Stone, and she writes here, etc. Her love of music began on a tour bus surrounded by some of the best musicians in the business. Fast forward 20 years, and Sav has written over 50 songs for the Accidentals. Her songs are vulnerable, compelling, and saturated with vivid imagery. She has been described as, and I quote, one of the most compelling songwriters of our day, and clearly the crow next door agrees. Sav, let's hear your beautiful songs, and welcome to New Folk.
Hi, my name is Sav Buist, and this song is called City View. There's something unnerving about the way nobody laughs when you peel back the past. Looking straight out in your hospital gown at the skyline that's staring right back. Birds on a wire, bloody sun, burning tires, all the baggage you haven't unpacked. People check watches, the movement's so cautious, the beauty just falls through the cracks. Beyond the eyes, the trains and the angels, the arrows and the marigold, the junk you never sold. Oh, the laughter, the breath that comes after, a silvery voice in the wind, saying keep going, you'll find it again. Quarter-life crisis, you crumble to vices, the bottle ends up in your hands. Glass on the ground as your engine breaks down, and the sirens scream out like the dams. Travel the country, your clothes are disgusting, the greyhound is running its race. Don't look in the window, 'cause you and I both know you can't bear to see your own face. Beyond the eyes, the trains and the angels, the arrows and the marigold, the junk you never sold. Oh, the laughter, the breath that comes after, a silvery voice in the wind, saying keep going, you'll find it again. The birth of a daughter just makes you a father, like a crown of thorns makes you a king. The wedding was a fever dream, you did it for your self-esteem, it melted the wax on your rings. It creeps in the corners, you keep looking forward, your daughter won't answer the phone. Who knew that leaving would just leave you bleeding? 'Cause no one likes being alone. End of the line, and you're seeing the signs, yellow eyes and a sense of relief. A garden of memory and half of a century, you know now that time is a thief. And all of your apologies can't fix a tattered tapestry, the pain's woven in like a thread. And she will do great things and you will be watching from your city view hospital bed, saying keep going, you'll find it. My name is Sav Buist. The song is called The Line. When I sing these words into an empty room, I'm not sure if they will even make a sound. If I burn my paper courage, if I sow it in the ground, will the ashes yield a seed to work around? There's a hollow that once held a sense of youth, a little patch of light I learned to cut into, to cash it in for something wiser. I just want a little truth from every fire and flood that feeds a deeper wound. It used to be like a creek flowing from a summit I can never see. Now it's frozen dry, carving lines around my eyes, tracing knots along my spine. It's so hard to find the time to let it breathe, to find the line between the truth and the belief. War is young in terms of time, but it's got teeth, tearing families and futures at the seams. Be it oil or gold or water, we have always treasured greed. We won't bite the dying hand of history. To my friends who think you'll save yourself some time, because your confidence is withered up and died. You are more than what you carry, you are more than what you hide. You will never know how much you leave behind. It used to be like a creek flowing from a summit I can never see. Now it's frozen dry, carving lines around my eyes, tracing knots along my spine. It's so hard to find the time to let it breathe, to find the line between the truth and the belief. Where every day dies in convulsion, I gotta smile away my pride, but my nerves are buzzing rhythms like deflective power lines, burning holes into my memory, streaming smoke into the sky. One day we'll talk about what stars used to be like. It used to be like a creek flowing from a summit I can never see. Now it's frozen dry, carving lines around my eyes, tracing knots along my spine. It's so hard to find the time to let it breathe, find the line between the truth and the belief, to find the line between the truth and the belief.
Up next is Scott Cook from Edmonton, Alberta. He's been involved with the festival for a while and in New Folk in 2018. Scott, we are so glad you're back. Scott quit his job teaching kindergarten in Taiwan in 2007 and moved into his minivan, touring relentlessly around North America and the world until the pandemic hit, and it made a house back in Alberta look a lot more appealing. His latest album, Tangle of Souls, comes in a cloth-bound 250-page hardcover book of road stories, ruminations, and equal parts introspection, and insurrection. Scott, glad to have you back. Let's hear what you've got to say. Sounds like you got a lot.
Hey, community, I miss ya. It's an honor to have another crack at this new folk thing. I had big dreams that I was gonna do it at the golden hour in some beautiful place somewhere with just the perfect weather, you know. But as it turns out, I'm doing it at the very last minute from the van. I love this country. I love the people and the land. But there's a lot of stuff happening that I can't understand. We got billions for bailouts. We got trillions for wars. But it's hard for working people to make a living anymore. Hear me out for a second. This ain't a partisan song. It ain't about right and left. It's about right and wrong. We're fighting over the scraps while a few are living like kings. 'Cause screwing us over's a bipartisan thing. And it's working people who made this country great. Not the greedy opportunists or the peddlers of hate. And if a new day is coming, it's gotta come from you and me. Oh, say, can you see? See, I got a neighbor. We don't always agree. He's a bit of a redneck, according to a hippie like me. But if you're in the ditch, he'll pull you out, I know he will. And that's more than I can say for all those dickheads on the hill. He works hard for his family. He's got loyalty and pride. The company took all he gave and then cast him aside. 'Cause there's profit in poverty. Hell, there's profit in prisons. And they don't even pay taxes. They just buy politicians. But it's working people who made this country great. Not the greedy opportunists or the peddlers of hate. If a new day is coming, it's gotta come from you and me. Oh, say, can you see? Oh, say, can you see? And in New York Harbor, there's a lady with a flame, still calling in the huddled masses in liberty's name. But there's fear on the airwaves and hatred wrapped in the flag, turning strangers into enemies and our riches into rags. And a revolution to break the grip of greed don't need a strong man or a savior, but I believe we're gonna need whatever magic this old world's got left to start, and all the ammunition in the chambers of our hearts. It's working people who made this country great. Not the greedy opportunists or the peddlers of hate. If a new day is coming, it's gotta come from you and me. Oh, say, can you see? Oh, say, can you see? All right, I'll play you one more. It's been a crazy year. I'm sure we all can agree about that. There's been a lot of plans I had made this year that have been kind of pulled out of my grasp, and that's been a good learning experience for me. But the yeah, my overwhelming feeling is just of gratitude that I've got a place to be and food to eat and I got love in my life. So this is a song that came out of that. For all the crooked roads behind me, this steady feeling going home reminds me of the way she takes me as she finds me. I'm lucky today. For all the gifts I took for granted, reached for more and wound up empty-handed. So far astray, somehow I landed. I'm lucky today. And for the crushing weight of sorrow that broke my grip on everything I borrowed, now come what may, I might lose it tomorrow. I'm lucky today. All the news I'm hearing's tragic, but I'm straining for the signal through the static, like a needle in the hay, 'cause I remember the old magic. I'm lucky today. For all my ancestors have given me, even as their stories fade from memory and their bones decay, look where they delivered me. I'm lucky today. Lucky for all the tears I cried and the times I should have died, for all the turns that brought me round to this one. All the time stumbling blind, searching for a sign, I'll just say love must be the answer if there is one. Looking up at the stars of my birth sign and the fingernail moon lit up with earth shine through golden haze, like seeing it for the first time. I'm lucky today. And for all the fools I've been, for every prize I chased but couldn't win, every dream in disarray, I'm beginning again. I'm lucky today. And the river sounds like laughter, like coming soon, it's becoming ever after, flowing away, don't go no faster. I'm lucky today. Thanks, y'all. Stay kind.
Rounding out our final set of competitors is Alexa Rose. First time to Kerrville Folk Festival, first time to New Folk. Alexa, welcome to the family. She was raised in a tiny Appalachian town of Clifton Forge, Virginia, and is currently based in Asheville, North Carolina. She grew up with deep musical legacy of the mountains and loves to write songs that tell stories. When she's not on the road, she enjoys sewing quilts and adventuring with her faithful dog, Emmy Lou.
I'm going to play a song off my last record now, and this is called Medicine for Living. You good?
know you don't want to hear. But I'm the heirloom at the mercy of the auctioneer. There's a crack in the finish, but it's easy to miss. Are you really gonna love me when it ain't like this? I wanna live in the country and let my hair go curly. I swear one of these days I'm gonna wake up early to the bird in the window singing to you and me, while the turntable spins such jubilee, such jubilee, dancing with your honey wine. And I wonder how long you'll be mine. Such jubilee made you wanna sing along. Me, I'm waiting on the end of a real good song. How I wish I were humble, how I wish I could wait, how I wish I could go back to the Golden State, how I wish I were kinder, how I wish I were patient, like the love in the songs on the gospel station. Such jubilee on the road to honeydew. Ain't a soul for miles but me and you. Such jubilee made you wanna sing along. Me, I'm waiting on the end of a real good song. Honey, you don't impress me as the settling kind, but you're hanging your wash up next to mine, and you like to undress me while the cornbread is cooking. And you told me once you were tired of looking. Such jubilee, dancing with your honey wine. And I wonder how long you'll be mine. Such jubilee in the love that I am given, like medicine for the disease of living, like medicine for the disease of living.
Well, it's been quite a year. I think we can all relate to that. And over the summer, I wrote this song. It's called Human, and it's just about being human, you know. Sometimes we try to talk about songs, and we just miss the mark because everything you need to know is in the song. But I think one thing maybe we can all relate on is that feeling of wanting to hug people wanting to reach out and be reached out to and find community and not being able to do those things. So this is a song for that feeling. And if you feel that way, just know you're not alone. I wanna go downtown and look some stranger in the face. I wanna be myself again. Remember why I love this place. I wanna wake up now and squeeze the living from this day. I wanna believe truly everything's gonna be okay. But I'm only human now. I'm as vacant as a drum. Won't you tell me I'm allowed to be overcome? I wanna feel clean, shiny and new. I wanna wash myself away till I'm just a mirror before you. I want the glossy sheen of a new leaf in the rain. I want a solid color that the seasons never change. But I'm only human now. I'm as vacant as a drum. Won't you tell me I'm allowed to be overcome? I'm moving through your love like a petal in the sand, pretending that it's water. 'Cause I wanna be an easy woman. I wanna take a swim in some frozen channel to remember I was dying when I washed up gratefully over you. But I'm only human now. I'm as vacant as a drum. Won't you tell me I'm allowed to be overcome? I wanna make it clear, you don't have to speak up to be heard. Sometimes it's even louder to find some quiet in a word. Don't let them change you, kid. That's what somebody said to me. But you know it gets harder to hear myself over all this humanity. And I'm only human now. I'm as vacant as a drum. Won't you tell me I'm allowed to be overcome, to be overcome, to be overcome?
Our final artist today is Sam Robbins from Nashville, Tennessee. He's another one of our first-time Kerrville Folk Festival, both virtual or in-person participants, and new to the New Folk crew as well. It's been so great to see so many new artists, as well as see so many returning. We sure love you guys. Sam Robbins, a Portsmouth, New Hampshire native, grew up in an old fishing town as the youngest in a normal, non-musical family. A 2019 Berklee College of Music graduate, He was naturally drawn to the soft singer-songwriting from a young age, paving a new path from his hardened New England roots. Sam, we couldn't be more excited for you to close out a wonderful 2 days of music. We can't wait to hear your songs. Go for it.
Hello, how's it going? I am Sam Robbins. I'm here in Nashville, and I'm very honored to be a member of the New Folk 2021 class. Very honored. It's kind of a dream come true for me. I've tried to be part of the festival before many times, and yeah, I'm just glad to be a part of it. And I've checked out everybody else's music, and it's really cool that I get to be part of a squad like this of just amazing singers and songwriters. It's amazing. This is the first song I submitted, and I wrote it after I got out of a very long relationship, and it's that sort of shimmery feeling that's very short-lived of finding someone new or meeting someone new. Yeah, and it's called Remind Me.
I told myself not to fall in love, and I haven't yet. I'm still so young, there's so many people I just haven't met. So when I saw you, and you saw through to the heart of me, I turned around, walked downtown, tried to see you with objectivity. I didn't want to look too hard, I didn't want to see too far, I didn't want to know who you are, I didn't want to like it, I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade like the ghosts behind me. I told myself she's nothing new, just a pretty girl, a radiant light who always finds time to watch life unfurl. But when you kissed me and I had to leave, I wasn't lying. I'm thinking maybe I'm just good at searching, not finding. I didn't want to look too hard, I didn't want to see too far, I didn't want to know who you are, I didn't want to like it, I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade like the ghosts behind me. 'Cause you don't remind me of back home, you don't remind me of my old needs, you don't remind me of what I know of love, you remind me of what it means. You don't remind me of my mother, you don't remind me of my last girl, you just remind me maybe it's a big wide open world. I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade like the ghosts behind me. And you don't remind
So that was Remind Me. And this second one I'm going to do, this song was a first for me. I'm going to switch guitars. I had never tried, I wrote this on Christmas Eve 2019. And I had never tried to write anything political. It felt like too much to sort of take on. but so many of my heroes have written political songs, and I wrote this after seeing someone's Facebook post, and it came out really quickly because it was just a letter to this guy. I wrote it just as a personal letter, and it turned into this song, Saying Amen. Got light blonde hair, skin like mine, married in 1990, 2 kids by 95, Bible by your bed, you swear Jesus knows your name, but don't think he doesn't see what you post online every day. And you say you love the good book, so why don't you take a good look at yourself? 'Cause there are people going through hell that we can't understand. Why don't you care about them? So go on, keep on saying amen. Got a good job now, you say you got there with your own hands. It's real easy to preach it when you don't have to understand that it's not saying your life's been easy or that you haven't worked for your blessings, but it hasn't been made harder by the color of your skin. And you say you love the good book, so why don't you take a good look at yourself? 'Cause there are people going through hell that we can't understand. Why don't you care about them? So go on, keep on saying amen. Amen now. Amen for my trans friends, brave for being alive. Amen for the Bible and for Jesus Christ. Amen for the migrants trying to find a new life. Amen for the White House and the good people still inside. Amen. Say you love the good book, so why don't you take a good look at yourself? 'Cause there are people going through hell that we can't understand. Why don't you care about them? So go on, keep on saying amen. Cool. Thank you very much. Like I said before, I am happy to just be considered. And yeah, thanks so much for having me. Kerrville New Folk. Yes. I'm Sam Robbins. Thanks.
We hope you enjoyed meeting and hearing the 2021 New Folk finalists. Our judges have a difficult job ahead of them to select just 6 of these songwriters as our 2021 winners. We will be celebrating the 49th Kerrville Folk Festival, October 1 through 11, here on Quiet Valley Ranch. There, we will host our winners to perform in concert as well as the 2020 New Folk winners. We really hope you make plans to join us for this long-awaited homecoming. For now, we invite you to enjoy a full day of Kerrville programming live-streamed from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. next Saturday. Early this week, you can find all the day's activities listed on our website, kerrvillefolkfestival.org, including the time of the New Folk Winners announcement. Please join us, and thanks again.